As y'all are well aware, the Savannah Harbor Expansion Project was authorized in 1999. It's very, very unique. I mean, that was last century that it was authorized. It's required a six-way agreement between four federal agencies, two states, prior to the start of the project. And even with this high-level mandated coordination that was required, it's enjoyed long-term bipartisan support on the local, the state, the federal level. The administration has not been shy in supporting the project with words. The President has included SHEP as the 2012 We Can't Wait project. The Vice President has visited the port, and he has said he'll complete this project. We'll complete this project, and in his words, quote, come hell or high water. However, in this case, words have not translated into actions, and it's hard for my state to understand why. After jumping through so many hoops, the delegation was in the home stretch. We were about there. Congress was explicit in the 14 omnibus. We included a 2-year Section 902 waiver as discussed by the previous questions. Continuing the practice we've engaged in since 2009, shifting research funds to the construction side. We included explicit report language instructing the Corps to treat SHEP as under construction in the FY15 budget. And yet, here we are, at the first significant opportunity for action. OMB tells us that they've had a change of heart. OMB tells us that they have to follow long-standing practices. But by my reasoning, law trumpets practice, and the law is unambiguous here. All of the work we have done, and by we, I mean a lot of folks, a lot of individuals, including yourself, that's included and culminates with, that would require us to get to this one point where all we have to do is have the signature of a PPA document, the Project Partnership Agreement. And it seems clear to me you have no reason not to sign the PPA. So I guess my question goes to, after you've been specifically told to get this project underway, Congress has not left any question about this. Now OMB, maybe they've made a decision not to fund it, and it's somehow impacting your decision, but can you give us an explanation as to why you will not sign the PPA as requested and appropriated the funding that we have I guess unambiguously put forward as far as it goes with the Savannah Harbor Expansion Project?
Congressman Graves, as you say in the budget, it's reflected that the administration believes that the entire scope of the project needs to be authorized before we can appropriate money for construction. And that authorization, as you know, is included in the Water Resources Development Act, and for the full scope of the newer project. And we would need to have that authorized before we could fund it for construction.
You know, some would say the administration is playing politics with this project. Congress has been very clear. The law is very clear. The President signed it into law. And I would say that the state of Georgia is really wondering what's going on here. And you're saying now it has to be, the full project has to be funded. Do you not believe you have the legal capacity as required by law to sign the PPA?
Sir, we believe that the full scope of the project needs to be authorized before we could do that.
Have you been advised by your legal counsel not to sign the PPA?
No, sir, I haven't sought legal counsel on this issue.
So there's nothing restricting you from signing the PPA as Congress has instructed you to do and the President has signed into law?
I would just need to say again that until the full scope of the new project is authorized by the Congress, we at this point would not be funding it for construction.
What portion of the project is outside the scope that you're referencing has not been?
A lot of the mitigation that was required as a result, as you referenced, the authorization that needed the concurrence of all the other four agencies as well as the states. A large portion of that is a mitigation. I think it's over $300 million is the mitigation portion.
And are you aware that the state of Georgia has set aside, and the governor as well as the General Assembly, over $200 million to put forward towards this project, and your lack of signature of the PPA prohibits the state of Georgia in moving forward on this?
Yes, I'm aware of there.
And my understanding is the agency is always looking for partnerships on the local level, the state level. The state of Georgia has been very committed to this. And tell us, what would it take? What does Congress need to do besides passing a law and having it signed by the president for the Corps to move forward and sign the PPA.
We would need to have the additional scope of it authorized,